When the engine is warm and I push the bike, I hear noise coming from the primary case. I believe this is the inner primary bearing. Let's get started. See this gray gasket? I'm going to replace that with a black one, and hopefully the aesthetics are improved. I prefer to drain oil when it's warm. 5/8. If one's in a pinch, maybe use a 16. First thing I'm going to do is remove the floorboard. This is a 14mm wrench. Interesting that either a 5/16 or an 8mm will work. Then remove the passenger footrest. It's when these ball heads come in advantage. These forward ones are longer, these other ones are shorter. Shoot. Alright. For oil to come out. I knew that was going to happen. Alright, remove the gasket. Clean this surface. Okay, this is the automatic tensioner. We want to keep this compressed. If it comes uncompressed, it's not an issue, but this makes it a lot easier to put back in. Put a zip tie through here, snake it around. The other zip tie will hold it in place for us when we reinstall. I would like to have a brighter color one, but it's personal choice. Nice and easy reinstall. The diaphragm spring, jam nut, adjuster screw. Alright, let's remove the retainer. It's a lot easier said than done. When dropping something, always keep an eye on the item that was dropped. Forget about where we're at. Watch where that item went. That way we don't have to search for it. So I like to have a magnet where I can, woo, look at that. Alright, here's a question. This is a 21mm, a little sloppy, and this is a 13/16. Feels a little tighter. Clutch hub nut, 1 3/16. Feels like that might be it, but at the same time, 30mm, that feels a lot snugger. Would this be metric and that be standard? This is reverse thread. We need to keep these from turning, so we gotta put a block in here. And then it's in place, and that loosens it up. That's actually normal for this one to be difficult. Yeah. This is the clutch and the compensator. It's easiest to just bring them out as one set together. What is bad is this bearing. I want to replace the bearing in the race. It's So now I need to disconnect the shifter and remove the starter. Okay, there's two ways to do this. I can remove the shifter peg and then disconnect the linkage here, pull this out, and then disconnect here, or to do a shortcut, I want to disconnect here and leave this setup on the inner primary case. Be very careful not to damage anything. I want to be a little more careful. Let's be safe here. So put a rag underneath here. The next item I'm going to remove is the starter. This is one of the bolts and the other bolt is back there. We remove the starter from the other side of the bike. Okay, bad news. Bad news. I'm an idiot. I forgot to disconnect the battery. Well, boys and girls, what did we learn today? 1, disconnect the battery first. And the second lesson is do not drink. Well, drink excessively while working on one's motorcycle. The starter, it's outside of this. Let's have a quick discussion about the drain plug. This is the inside of the inner primary case. This is the drain plug. When we drain the oil, it comes out this hole, and originally there were some burrs around this hole, and I didn't want any obstacles for material to flow out. So I took a needle file set and I smoothed this out so that oil may flow out the drain plug easier. This is just my technique. A snap ring on the inside. So this would work better if this outside diameter is a little closer matched to those inside diameter. That's why it keeps slipping. There's metal shavings in there. That's not good. My dilemma is, how do I set up the inner primary case where I can do the work and the camera can see what I'm doing as well? I need to remove the bearing. I'm going to press it out. Okay, I'm going to press the bearing out. And it's going to rest on the case. And this one, I'm going to push that bearing into, there's a slot here so I can line it up and make sure that I'm not going to press the bearing into the tool. I want to make sure the bearing clears the tool. Look inside and make sure that bearing has got clearance. And it just fell off. And there's the old bearing. Now, remember which way it went in. I have the new bearing. This is for a 2010 Electric Glide. assembly lube in there right now. Installation. Place primary chain case in an arbor press with the transmission side up. The transmission side would be on the inside, correct? Towards the bike. And then down here it says, apply pressure to the outer race, press new bearing, letter side up into the bore until it makes solid contact with the bearing support area.